Australia, but the rain. Javier Gomez, there he is. I think he must have gone down in a bit of a crash. So Javier Gomez dropped off the back end of the main group, and that is significant because he's now about 400 meters back, and he's going to have to time trial solo for 8 or 9 kilometers. This is absolutely a difficult position for Javier Gomez. Look at the side there, and that's Javier Gomez back onto the pavement. So the water taking another one of these major athletes out, and that is a big situation. #1 ranked Javier Gomez now is going to have to catch up on the lead group of about 30 guys who are working very well together in the late stages of this ride.
The Brownlee brothers still leading the charge. Alice there at the front with Jonathan sitting just behind him. Javier Gomez is doing the chasing. The art of being a professional athlete, as much as anything else, is avoiding injury. Let's hope he has here. Even though Javier Gomez, the world champion, rejoined that group on the bike, we can see the lead runners are out on course. He's still in transition. He makes his way out now. He's got a lot of ground to make up.
Well, he's virtually dead last going out right there. That's about 200 meters down, so he's about 35 seconds down. That's a lot of time, and you have to realize that you can't do it overnight. You've got to give yourself maybe 3, 4, 5 minutes, and Javier Gomez is such an experienced guy. If anyone is going to play his cards properly. And there's Javier Gomez back into that chase group. He's about 7th or 8th spot, so he's made up a lot of time in the first 2.5 kilometers.
That is impressive, as he didn't make it onto the list going through the transition. He was that far down.
Look at the fatigue on Javier Gomez's face. You have to wonder if he's got anything left in those legs. Just to time trial up on that bike must have taken a huge effort, and now he's trying to go at a 30-minute, 10-kilometer run.
Here's Javier Gomez sitting in 3rd position behind the 2 Brownlee brothers. For the first time, he's starting to move to the front, and the psychological game will be commencing as well to let them know that he's there. But Alistair Brownlee has gone down. He's no longer there. This Javier Gomez starting to make his move. He's the best runner in the world. He's the best triathlete in the world. And he's starting to cause some gaps. As Alistair Brownlee is down, his brother Jonathan is trying to stay in contention and fly the flag for Great Britain. Sven Rieder is just on his heels, but Gomez is gone.
Well, he has executed this race to near perfection. The crash on the bike, didn't get overly panicky, put his head down, did the work, got back onto the back end of the group, didn't do it immediately on the run, and the place where Javier Gomez is the best athlete in the world is between the 7th and the 9th kilometer. That's where he pushes away. You can see the rain now just pouring down. Gomez always likes to get rid of his competition before there's less than 500 meters to go. He knows that the sprint isn't his strength. He doesn't want to bring it down to the last few hundred meters, and he is so fit that almost nobody in the world can go with him. And Jonathan Brownlee have an incredible race, but he's not a match for Javier Gomez today. This will be victory number 13 for Javier Gomez. Will put him #2 on the all-time rank. He just went by Simon Whitfield, and Javier Gomez will have to look back on this day and realize that when you stick with it, when you're courageous, when you're as talented as he is, anything is possible.
Well, the mark of a champion isn't necessarily what they do at the top, it's how they get back up when they've been knocked down. He was literally knocked down today. He stood back up, and he's shown himself worthy of #1 on his shoulder, and he'll be getting across the finish line once again in that 1st position.
Well, all the big names have made their way here to Sydney to get the 2011 season started, but it is Javier Gomez, the 2-time world champion, will become victorious for the 13th time in his career. He looks over his shoulder, and there is nobody there. Gomez from Spain will start the 2011 season off as the champion in the Dextro Energy Sydney World Championship Series race. What an incredible performance. He got it done on the run. Gomez victorious in Sydney. #13, lucky for Javier Gomez. He starts 2011 off with a victory.
I didn't have the right tires for rain, for wet. So I almost crashed many times. In the end, I crashed, and I had to do 2 laps myself. It was hard. I thought about to give up. My hip is a bit sore right now. But I started to run. I felt good. I caught the leaders, and in the last lap, I just gave my best. And yeah, I could get my goal, and I think it was a great race for me.